through this.
Each year, every fall, we carve pumpkins, hang cobwebs, and pretend we're not terrified by that one CAD server still running Windows 95. In today's tips, we're patching holes, not pumpkins, and keeping the PSAP from turning into a digital haunted house. That's coming up next on Tips Tonight in Public Safety.
Welcome to Tips Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Welcome to Tips Tonight in Public Safety. This is Fletch. I'm a NENA certified ENP, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I carve out the spookiest issues haunting emergency communications and public safety. It's October, the air's crisp, and every PSAP has at least one dispatcher who's already decorated their console with tiny pumpkins and fake cobwebs, maybe a spider or two. But in the back room, behind the dusty racks of servers, there might be cobwebs of a different kind, the digital kind. You see, software patch management isn't glamorous. It's not that fun kind of patching like fixing a jack-o'-lantern's smile. It's actually blood-curdling. Sometimes you think, why did this reboot take the cat offline? But ignoring it, that's how the real monsters get in. So today we're scooping up the messy guts of cybersecurity and showing you how your PSAP can be kept from turning into a digital crypt in a haunted house. When October rolls around, you start seeing jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. But inside of the PSAP, some of our systems are scarier than anything you'll see on the neighbor's porch. Old firmware, ignored updates, and those mystery boxes on the network that do who knows what. But you don't dare touch them. It's like someone invited all the ghosts of software past to a LAN party. Let's talk patching. Because just like pumpkins, your system can turn rotten from the inside out if you don't take care of them. Rot happens fast. Attackers love a soft, squishy spot on the exposed side of your network, the same way fruit flies love your pumpkin on about day 7. If your firewall or CAD server hasn't been updated since last Halloween, it's basically pumpkin pie for ransomware. The Great Carving. Software communicates over ports. These are tiny little holes in your security that only specific traffic gets through, hopefully. But every open port you carve is another potential hole in your perimeter. Too many, and the whole thing collapses. You need to segment your networks, limit access, and don't let curiosity turn into compromise. Keep it cool and sealed. A cool pumpkin lasts longer, so does a cool, controlled network. Air gap what you can, encrypt what you must, and whatever you do, don't expose systems to the wild internet.
Yee-haw, y'all!
Just because it was easier. Don't wait for the great pumpkin. Hoping that nothing happens is a horrific strategy. IT must schedule patching windows, test the success of the updates, and communicate any outage plans, backup procedures, and if everything goes wrong, a rollback plan to get back to normal. And you need to discuss these plans with your dispatchers before the big event. Trick-or-treat inventory. You need to know what's on your network. You know all those little strange boxes that are plugged in? Well, if you can't identify a device, it's not bringing candy. It could be bringing chaos. Do your security scans, validate every endpoint, and treat every unknown device as a trick. And just for Rick, a pumpkin spice bonus tip. Firmware counts. Firmware is the software that runs in things that are not necessarily computers with terminals. Firmware runs on those little devices that have small computers inside of them, like thermostats, Wi-Fi access points, or any kind of smart device such as network routers, call recorders, and even logging servers. Guess what? All of these need firmware updates to keep your network safe from rogue attacks. Be sure to carefully check for vendor bulletins and NENA cybersecurity guidance to make sure that your patching recipe includes every potential ingredient. All of this is critical maintenance for your communications center. because in the end, your PSAP shouldn't smell like spoiled pumpkins once November rolls around. So stay fresh, stay secure, and keep the bugs out, digital and otherwise. That wraps up today's tips today in public safety. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to share it with your team and remember to subscribe at 911tips.com. You can follow me on social media at Fletch911, where you'll find more insights into the evolving world of emergency communications. Remember to check out my blogs on Fletch.tv, and my professional website is Fletch911.com. Thanks so much for listening, and if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every single day. Stay safe, stay smart, and remember to keep your pumpkins patched. We'll catch you next time. Take care.
You've been listening to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG 911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the weekend countdown on Hits 1. Or don't, regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good.